Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That was not a toot. That was my hands squeezing together. If you guys can hear that, toot, 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 toot.
Fapping.
Or it could be fapping, one of the two. My name and your host is Tyler. Sorry, I have caramel stuck in my teeth because I am eating a Twix with my co-hosts. I'm gonna say that again. Hosts, the Holly Jolly Gamer, Steven, and Abaddon89. Garcia, how you guys doing? That was
He just
all I
cut
heard.
off. Yeah.
all I heard was ha!
That was it? Oh man, I have
Yeah.
the mic up. My bad.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
do it later then.
That's
Mike,
it.
or do the because I have to turn off on Discord. I have to turn off that noise suppression because then it takes away. Yeah, because then you won't be able to yell.
That sucks.
That's
Yeah.
great. That
You'll
was,
get it later.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was because it cut off. Oh
'Cause it
well,
cut off.
good content.
So-
good content.
Yeah, great content. Great content
Mhm.
already.
Okay.
So, talking about Twix,
Yeah.
what's your guys' favorite top 5 candy bars?
Top 5 candy bars.
Mhm.
I'll let Garcia go first. I went first last week.
I
Garcia,
don't have
go
a top
first, yeah.
5. I only have one.
Oh,
What is
okay.
it?
What is it?
Straight up Reese's. I don't give a shit about anything else but Reese's.
You picked the
It's not
right.
a bar. It's not a bar though.
You
I
picked the
don't
right
give a
answer.
shit.
You picked the right
But-
answer though.
Just Reese's.
What about
Okay.
you, Steven?
That is the correct answer, my friend. Top 5 candy bars. Let's see. 5. Do you consider a Payday a candy bar?
Yes.
It's definitely a
I do.
candy bar.
Yeah.
Why would you
Definitely
not
a
consider
bar?
Why would you not consider it a candy bar? What's not considering it?
I don't
Why
know.
would you even question that?
I'm-
It's a
I'm
bar
just-
and
I'm-
it's candy.
I'm just questioning. Payday
Jesus
though.
Christ.
Number 4.
You know what? Actually, I was thinking Garcia would say
What?
almond joys.
Fuck no! I hate almonds, man.
I hate coconut.
Yeah,
I hate those.
Just
I don't
the
like
texture of
coconut's gross.
coconut
I don't-
makes me
I don't
sick,
hate
dude.
coconut, but I hate those
Oh fuck.
candy bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No,
gross.
anything that's coconut shredded, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Shred my coconut.
Herb.
But yeah, Payday.
Top 5. That was one.
Then gotta go Butterfingers. I like Butterfingers. They're good.
I don't like how it sticks to your teeth though. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But I mean, it tastes good.
It's alright.
Then Twix. Twix is good.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Hershey bar, but I need the Hershey with almonds. Like the straight milk chocolate is just too sweet. Like I feel like the almonds,
Too sweet for you? Nothing's too sweet for you.
I
Yeah,
might
man.
be fat, but I'm fat because of entree dishes, not because of sweets. You fuck.
Never heard.
But number 1, yeah, Reese's. I love Reese's. Any kind of Reese's. All the Reese's, except
Fuck all day,
well,
every day.
no, that's not true. I hate white chocolate Reese's, and then like the big cups with like the Reese's pieces in them. Those are fucking weird.
What
But
about
like,
the Easter egg ones? Easter egg ones.
but yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like the themed cups are fucking awesome. I'll take the Easter eggs at Easter. I'll take the fucking pumpkins at Halloween, and then
Oh, yeah.
of course the Christmas trees.
Those
Christmas
are
trees
good.
are the
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Those are good.
But I mean, also, I was gonna say before we continue,
Go ahead.
special shout out. It's not a candy bar, but like those little Debbie brownies, like the holiday themed little Debbie brownies. Like there was one year they had pumpkin shaped Debbie brownies, and then for Christmas they have the Christmas tree shaped Debbie brownies.
What about the white chocolate covered Oreos?
Oh, those are so good, dude. We actually went to the store like right before the podcast started, and we had to pick up some groceries. We picked up the Halloween Oreos, like the ones with the orange filling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, thank God, the Halloween stuff's here. It's like I'm so prepared, dude.
Eggnog is on the way.
There was fucking eggnog at the store the other day. I got me a
Pumpkin.
carton.
Yeah, it's like pumpkin flavor. There's like pumpkin flavored eggnog.
They have pumpkin spice, and then they have regular eggnog, but it's got like a pumpkin design on it, but it's still just regular eggnog. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, that shit sounds good. Mix that a little with a little bit of SoCo. Ooh, boy, you got yourself a drink.
Yep.
Get that cold eggnog with that warm liquor. Ooh,
Yeah.
boy, you got me kind
Yeah.
of mildly wrecked.
Mild.
Mildly.
So, if I'm gonna go with candy bars, first off, I'm gonna shout out one of my favorite candies though. It's a chocolate, but it's not a candy bar. You know those? Was it lint truffles?
Yeah.
Those are literally
Lint
some of my favorite.
truffle?
The lint, like they have the red. There's the red wrapper, the gold wrapper. Is it
Yes.
Lint round chocolate
Lindor.
truffles?
It's
Oh,
Lindor.
Lindor.
Yeah.
Oh boy, those are good.
Yep, the
Um,
ones that you get all the special Christmas commercials for.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Tis the
my
season.
top five. A little bit different, but same. Different, but same. Different here, but same.
Mm-hmm.
So number 5, I'm gonna roll with something that my grandma introduced me to that when I was younger that I cannot still uh not get over is Three Musketeers. I love the chocolate in the middle, the chocolate mousse, whatever. Oh my god,
You like
that
the
shit,
what is it? Is it nougat? Is that what it's called?
nougat or something like that. Yeah. Oh my god. Number 4 is gonna have to be a good old Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
Love me a Snickers.
Snickers pretty.
Number 3 is gonna be Kit Kat. Number 2 is a Milky Way, and
Milky
number
Way's
1,
pretty
of
good.
course, is Reese's for me too.
Something about the peanut butter and the chocolate. Delicious.
It just goes great together.
It
Just goes
does.
great. So
Those
everybody listening, be expecting to, either go over some type of food or
Hell
drink
yeah.
yeah,
every
Hell
single
yeah.
time you listen.
I
Top
mean,
5 of this and this and this.
I mean, we don't have it yet. We're nowhere near it yet. But I mean, we all like Reese's, so
Mm.
if you guys somehow watch or listen, hit us up. Business email is in the description.
I would take a sponsorship from Reese's, but I would also not want to have endless amounts because I will literally die. And me, myself, and Garcia work in a career where we cannot eat Reese's all the
No.
time.
No. That's an extra 3 miles right there.
Yeah, that's not good
Nope.
at all.
It's true.
That's not good.
It's worth it though.
Oh God,
We'll
it
run
would be
3
worth
miles.
it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Well, anyways, to move on from the food, how's everybody's week been? Good?
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been,
Alright.
been pretty decent.
Good. Good.
Going by fucking fast like usual.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, it's going good fast.
How,
Good.
how how's your week been, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
I
How
said
has
good.
it been?
I
Been
said
good?
good. I said good.
Okay.
You sons of bitches. I said good.
Alrighty.
All right. So we'll start off with what we usually start off with nowadays. Is the week 2. Week 2. Dun-dun-dun. Dun. I had to make sure we didn't get copyrighted.
Yeah, there you go. Good
Yeah,
job.
there you go. Good job.
Mhm.
Just start with the
Good job.
beginning beat, wait, and then dun. You don't know what beat I did. You just did one of them.
Your mind is just putting in the missing pieces.
Yeah, all you could put in the missing pieces wherever you want, but it's up to you, lad. It's up to you. All right, so we're gonna start off with a Thursday night game. I think the NFL went pretty well this week. It was a great few games here and there that were kind of surprising. First one being before we start, we'll go over our records at the end of this first section, and then we'll move on
Okay.
from our choices. So we'll start off with Washington, New York Giants at Washington. I thought that was a great game.
I was so pissed.
Heinke or whatever won his first start, so
Yeah.
that's great for him.
I mean that game was all over the place though.
Yeah.
Like, the Redskins
It's
or
hard to
Washington
say that. Yeah,
still should have lost that game. So.
and it's the Redskins. It's always going to be the Redskins.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Excuse me,
bad
the
about it.
Washington football team?
Didn't they come up with a name like 2 weeks ago, and they were like, "We'll tell everybody in a month," and now it's
No, they've narrowed it down to like 8 and then 5. They haven't.
so they've narrowed it down still.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're gonna pick?
I don't know. And I honestly could care less because I hate that. I don't hate them, but
Yeah,
the fact that
I don't
they've
care
been
for
to this
that
point,
team.
the fact that they've driven all the way to this point is just I don't even know.
Mhm.
But that was a great game. Yeah. And then moving on, Raiders at Steelers. Raiders pulled a Raiders are miraculously a lot better this year, and
What the fuck?
I don't
Yeah.
know. They're pulling some type of Houdini shit, and I'm kind of surprised by them. And Derek Carr's playing really well, and that defense looks a lot better. The whole team's just a lot better, and I think if they do really well this year, that 10-year Gruden plan might have paid off.
Yeah, might start looking like a genius idea.
Yeah. So I don't think anybody even saw the Raiders beating the Steelers, and they did. And I don't know. I think they exposed them a little bit, but I think they showed that Darren. Ow, mother, jacked up my finger. That Darren Waller is not their main focal point of that offense. That anybody can, Ruggs or anybody can do their thing.
I know you and Garcia didn't, but we'll get to that later.
Shut the fuck up. 49ers at Eagles.
That was a weird game.
Like, that was a weird. It's a weird score too. 17-11. That's a weird score. I mean, how did that even come out?
I have no idea. I probably should have looked it up, but I was like, how in the hell did they get that score, man?
I don't even know. I'm looking at it, and if you guys have any idea of how that came about, because I didn't watch that game, but
yeah, I didn't watch
anybody
it
watching or anything like that, please let us know, because
Philly get what, 3 field goals and a safety?
That's the only thing I can think
that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, Jalen Hurts had a touchdown, so that'd be 7.
How did he get 4
or 6, 8?
Oh yeah.
No, they could have went for 2.
Yeah, and then kicked the field goal.
Kicked a field goal. That would make sense then.
Okay, yeah, that make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, what a weird. I'm looking at the score and overall. Yeah, it had to have been. It's a Jake Elliott kicked a field goal. Yeah, so they went for 2, and then that makes sense.
Okay.
17-11. Yeah, that's just weird. Jimmy G just is not exciting to watch. He's like the most
mediocre
chill out guy. Yeah. Like he just chills out back there.
He runs the offense.
He runs the offense, exactly. He just runs the offense. But what's interesting is, he went for 22 for 30, 189 yards and a touchdown, yet he rushed 11 times for 20 yards and a touchdown. Where the hell is he rushing to? 11 times.
So, sounds like a yard.
That's like a point. It says 1.5, 1.8 yards per carry. Like, what are you doing?
he's just
where
tripping.
Are you going?
He's tripping over his shoelaces and falling a yard forward.
Yeah, like where are you going? I don't know. That was a weird game, but 17-11 San Fran. And then the game that I was actually kind of impressed by, the Texans at the Browns. Tyrod goes out with an injury, and then your backup quarterback, I think he may be okay. We'll see next week. David Mills, I believe that's
tomorrow.
His name.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's Davis Mills. I kept going over notes for the podcast tonight, and I was like, Is his name Davis or David? And I'd look back and I'm like, what the such a weird name.
Davis.
Yeah.
And Tyrod, if you're looking at the stats, Tyrod had a hell of a game before you got a 10 for 11, 125 and a touchdown. I mean, that's what you wanted. And they were sticking with Cleveland because I'm looking at the box score too. First quarter, 7-7. Second quarter, 7-7. And then the third quarter is when they kind of blew away and the Cleveland scored 10 points. Texans had 0. And then fourth quarter, 7-7. So, I mean, in all honesty, the Texans still, I think, surprised and impressed a lot of people with that game.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like it was Tyrod getting hurt.
That was the whole thing.
I mean, and the kid, once the kid felt comfortable, once Mills looked comfortable, he did okay. It wasn't in the world.
Brandon Cooks is starting to become the number 1 target. 9 receptions for 78 yards and a touchdown. Philip Lindsay had himself that nice little touchdown pass or catch and go, whatever. Danny Amendola plays for them. I thought that man was retired.
Yeah, he came out of retirement to play for his hometown team.
That's right.
And he's hurt. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
he's out.
Yeah.
Justin Reed gets his interception. Good for him. I like him a lot. And then now he's hurt. Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that here shortly about all these different injuries happening. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then Broncos at Jaguars. Broncos did their thing. Teddy Bridgewater played fantastically again. 26 for 34, 328, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. The biggest thing for that Denver team is they're not turning the ball over.
Yeah,
what else can you ask for? They're not turning the ball over, and he's the Teddy's driving them down, getting our time of possession up. I mean, we had 38 minutes and 52 seconds of time of possession. Jaguars only had 21 minutes. That means that we are holding the ball, we are getting first downs, and our defense is stopping them. Now I know it's the Jags, but still, that's for a lot of Denver fans. That's big.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I see is we went 2 for 11 on third downs. So
Well, I mean, there
Eh.
was that small period. It was either at the start of the second half or the end of the first half where we had like 2 drives where Teddy was trying to just like throw long passes, and they weren't connecting, and it was kind of like, okay, you got to calm down. Like, this isn't your MO.
even though
I
he
mean-
did, the receivers did have him. Teddy, I think Teddy just needs to get a little more comfortable throwing the deep ball, but
Yeah.
we'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
We didn't. I mean, we did have a little more penalties, 10 for 101 yards, which I want to talk about too. And then, but I mean, no interceptions thrown. We picked off them twice. I think one Kareem Jackson and one finally Patty Surtain got his first one. Fantastic. And I think there was a thing that his dad got his first interception, his second game. So I think that's kind of cool.
That's neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, Broncos 2-0. Can't complain there. And then the Saints came down back to earth.
Yep.
Got their ass whooped 26-7 by the Panthers. I think the Panthers are a surprising team right now. Winston 11 for 22, 111 and 2 interceptions. I mean, that's bringing them down to earth.
Yeah.
3 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown for Jameis. Did anybody know that there's a guy? I think I said this in one of our messages one day, but there's a guy, his name is Lil Jordan for the Saints.
What is his name? You cut out.
It's Lil Jordan Humphrey.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Isn't he a corner?
No, he's a receiver.
Oh.
But it's kind of sad when you have a quarterback that can throw like Jameis Winston, but you lead your team with 1 reception for 27 yards.
That does suck.
Yeah. And then of course Panthers. Darnold is looking great. I wouldn't say great. I would say better than he did with New York. Way better than he did with New York. 26-38, 305, 2 touchdowns, interception. Christian did his thing. Yeah, I think that team can be kind of scary. I think their defense is ranked, isn't it? Like top 10 right now?
Maybe. I haven't seen that. On them though, I mean, do you think? I know it's early. I know it's only week 3 now. But do you think Sam Darnold found his team?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been saying that because the Jets and Adam Gase were not for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a better system. I don't know why people doubted that, man. He's better than a lot of people look.
And he's got an offensive line too.
Yeah, and he's offense line and he has weapons. He has one of the best weapons in the NFL. Yeah, I think he's doing a lot better. And like I said, I think
I mean, eventually, it's definitely not this upcoming week, but I mean, eventually, he's gonna have to go into Tampa Bay. He's gonna have to defend home turf against Tampa Bay. Do you think that they have a potential shot at giving
No.
them a game? No.
No. Tampa's too good.
Yeah, they are.
Can their defense? You can do all you want on offense, but can their defense stop Tom Brady? Probably not.
No one can stop that man.
Moving on, Rams at Colts. That was actually a closer game than I think we all thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna be a
but-
blowout.
I do believe that Cooper Kupp is starting to become probably one of the best receivers in the league. 9 receptions for 163 and 2 touchdowns. Good Lord. That man is going off. And I think, again, with the addition of Matt Stafford, he becomes a totally different receiver because he can burn people and he's a great route runner. So Stafford can launch that baby down the field and there you go.
Yep.
Colts, Carson Wentz, I think, got injured.
He did. He got
I think
hurt.
it's
Both
both
ankles.
feet. Yeah, both ankles. Yeah.
Both ankles now.
Michael Pittman Jr. though played fantastic. 8 receptions, 123 yards. So can't go wrong there. The Rams 2-0, the Colts 0-2. Then the Bills at the Dolphins.
Oh yeah,
Fuck you, Dolphin!
Dolphin!
Fuck you, Dolphin!
Fuck you, Dolphin! Nah.
that was probably one of the best TikToks you've ever sent me. It was.
I'm glad.
It was so funny.
I'm glad.
was
Bills beat the Dolphins 35-0. I don't think we need to go into that. Except Tua jacked up his rib, if I'm right.
Yeah, we'll go into that a
Yeah.
little bit later. But yeah.
And then moving on, that was a kind of a rebound for the Bills, 35-0. I think they were kind of mad after that first loss,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit. Patriots at Jets. Patriots whooped that ass, 25-6.
Yeah.
Mac Jones played really well.
Surprisingly, he didn't have a touchdown though.
He didn't.
Like he didn't throw a touchdown, but they still won the
surprising
game.
is fucking Zach Wilson. What the fuck?
That was. I mean, I think a reporter asked him after the game, but like, are you seeing the same ghost Sam
But
Darnold
here's-
was? And it's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm starting to think
it's the team.
it's any quarterback that plays for the Jets, you're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. It's going back before Darnold. Was it Sanchez before Darnold?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
can't even fucking recall.
They all just have sucked for like the last decade.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's tough to see.
It's a
Poor
shame.
Jet.
Yeah.
But we play them this week, and hopefully we do the same thing and whoop that ass.
Yeah, hopefully it happens again.
You'll blow out.
Yeah. And then the one that I think we were actually kind of surprised too is the Bengals at the Bears. The Bears beat them by 3. I wasn't expecting that. I chose 2, and I thought Bengals were going to go 2-0, but
Oh yeah,
guess not. Never mind.
I honestly thought the Bengals were gonna come out and just wipe the floor with them, but
Yep. Bucks at Falcons at Bucks.
that happened
I mean-
exactly how we thought it was gonna happen.
Okay, so let me tell you all this though. Rob Gronkowski,
He's back.
this dude has had 2 touchdowns ever since the Super Bowl. Each game. 2
Mhm.
TDs, 2 TDs, 2 TDs. Brady, I mean, threw 5 touchdowns, but Gronk is starting to come back. Him and Brady are getting their chemistry back together. The thing about that one though is I think Gronk's the only safe player. If you do have a fantasy team, Gronk is the only safe player to have because he does Tom Brady spreads the ball around so much. Like the next game, it could be Chris Godwin going off instead of Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of hoping for because we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
and then I mean, yeah, Tom Brady, 24 for 36, 276, and 5 touchdowns. I mean, the dude is just being Tom Brady.
And no
Nope.
interceptions.
And no interception.
No picks. That man had a field day.
Goat.
Yeah.
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 And then that defense just did their thing. Mike Edwards. Also want to point out Matt Ryan has more touchdown passes to the opposing team, Mike Edwards, than he does to any of his teammates. So he has 2 to Mike Edwards, 1 to Calvin Ridley, and 1 to someone else. So just want to point that out to everybody. I think that's kind of a funny little thing because first we're like, oh, Matt Ryan, look at him go, and then boom,
Well,
trash.
like I said pre-week 1 when we did this first little thing before the season started, I don't think he's gonna last. I think this is it. I think.
No, we called
might-
that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't. I was saying that he may. Me and Diver were saying that he may stay around. if
Yeah.
he-
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's done. I mean, the first.
Yeah. I hope he pulls a Tre'Davious White and just retires at halftime.
That would
Oh
be
my
so funny.
Not Tre'Davious White, was it? No, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was
Oh,
Dude,
God.
now you brought it up, I don't remember who it was. But I remember them throwing that hissy fit, just retiring at halftime. But yeah, I don't want to say it's over.
Vontae Davis.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's over 2 weeks into the season, but I mean he has played terrible, just flat terrible for 2 weeks. And I mean, it's not like they have anybody to go to really. I mean, who's their backup? I don't even.
Josh Rosen.
Rosen's his backup. Yeah, it's not a year to be a Falcons fan. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. After losing Julio and all that, you're kind of like,
Yeah, it's time
for next year. Time for next year.
Time to tank.
And then Vikings at Cardinals. Any time that you have a Vikings kicker that has to win a last minute game, or last second field goal to win the game, just bet on the fact that he's going to miss it wide, right or left. I mean, just wide, just gone.
The thing that got me right about the end of that game was they had time between the play before and then the field goal, they had like 40 seconds. I was like, you guys can run like 2 more plays, you know, right? And they just let time run down. They're like, nah, we're good. And I was sitting there the whole time when they were lining up for the kick. I was like, this motherfucker gonna miss. I was like, this guy's gonna miss this field goal. And, you know, and I felt so bad for him because I was like, your team could have put you in a better spot. They could have got you 10 more yards. And they were just like, nah.
See, and that's not the point, though. The point is that NFL kickers should be able to hit that. That's just that. NFL kickers should be able to hit that kick.
There's that too. But I mean, if you have the time to get closer, try to get closer. Yeah.
So that was an interesting game. These last few were kind of really close. Titans at Seahawks. Garcia, don't even say it.
Don't want to hear it. Nope.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that here in a couple minutes.
Yep.
But Derrick Henry went off. Second half in the OT, he did his thing, and Derrick Henry came back, did his thing. Titans kind of looked down. Titans kind of looked good. We'll talk about the officiating because I feel like the officials just tried to. Okay, I feel like the officials tried to take away points from the Titans, and that was bullshit. Cowboys at Chargers. Cowboys won that game 2017. Cowboys looked good. Chargers looked good. It just came down to the final seconds, I think. And then I think my personal opinion for the game of the week, the Ravens, Chiefs at the Ravens. Lamar finally gets his against the Chiefs. That was a hell of a game.
John Harbaugh has the biggest balls on the planet.
I don't think it was Harbaugh. If you see the game film,
Harbaugh
asked him.
He said he trusted Lamar. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's done that before. He's done that for years now. He lets Lamar make the call. He asks him, "Do you want to do it?" And Lamar says, "Let's go." And he does it.
They were on their like 40? They were on their side of the field. Oh.
And I mean, the fact that he trusts his quarterback that much to make the play, good on him that he trusts Lamar. Lamar looked good. Marquise Brown is starting to become the number 1 target. And the Ravens don't look too bad. So each team is 1-1, which is kind of weird because the Chiefs should be. The Chiefs, I don't think they're as good as they used to be. Patrick Mahomes is doing his thing, but I think people are learning how to stop him, and their defense is not that good.
I think they got exposed during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, now it's just people aren't as afraid of them now.
And then Lions at Packers. Aaron Rodgers finally gets shut up everybody moment. Aaron Jones goes off for 4 touchdowns. I think that was tied for most on Monday Night Football. So
yep,
that was a great game.
Packers at a night.
Yeah. So first off, we will start with our records. So we do those pick 'em every week, and Steven has been going through and recording our choices. So Steven, take it away.
All right. So do you want me to go game by game here, or do you want me to just?
We can go game by game. Yeah, we'll go game by game, and then you'll compile, or you have them compiled, and then we'll go from there.
I already have them compiled. I mean, if you want to go game by game, we can do that too.
Yeah.
All right. So for Washington versus New York, the only person who was wrong there was Garcia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait, what did you say?
For Washington versus New York, the only person that was wrong was Garcia. You picked the Giants.
And that's why I was pissed off at the end of the fucking game.
Yeah, I know. I could just see Garcia sitting there when he missed that field goal. I was the only one that was right. And then they're like offsides. He's like, fuck. Pittsburgh and Oakland. Me and Diver picked Oakland correctly.
It's Las Vegas, first off, so you didn't pick Oakland at all.
It's Vegas. Okay, yes. I'm sorry. I'm not accustomed to the change, even though it's been seasoned in 2 weeks. Niners, Eagles. Diver picked the Eagles. No fucking clue why. But Diver picked the Eagles. I was re-listening to this, right? Garcia sided with us on the Houston Browns game. And then, like, the last second, he goes, no, I can't betray my team. And he fucking switched to Houston.
Oh, no.
Garcia gets a loss for picking Houston. We all picked Denver. Garcia and Diver picked New Orleans to beat Carolina. That
God,
didn't
you
happen.
guys suck.
just wait. We're gonna get to it. We all picked the Rams. We all picked the Bills. I said that Zach Wilson was gonna do well. Garcia sided with me, so I'm sorry, Garcia. We all picked the Bengals, so we were all wrong there.
Fun.
We all picked the Bucks. We all picked the Cardinals. But
Let's go.
then we all picked Seattle, so
Fuck.
fucked up there. We all picked Dallas. Then we all picked
Okay.
KC. So
Okay. Fuck.
we were wrong there. And then
we lost Garcia. We lost Garcia.
Oh, he's not here.
Oh, God.
Garcia, where did you go? Did he just
Of course.
leave because we were making fun of him?
No, he's like, it went offline, so he must have crashed. Of course.
Damn it.
Go on.
Do we want? Okay, I'll say we can wait.
We only have one game, and then.
But for Detroit Green Bay, I came out and said they're going to embarrass Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. I was very fucking wrong. I was horrifically wrong. So you guys all got that right, but I didn't.
Yeah, you're trash.
So
we'll wait for Garcia to pick. Hold on, we'll wait for Garcia to come back and do the.
For the records.
Yeah.
We'll give Garcia a second here.
This is what we have to go through. Everybody, we you know.
We try to
Garcia
be semi-professional.
and I made fun of Steven. If you guys ever get the chance, watch us on stream. Watch Steven stream and watch us play Call of Duty. And we've made fun of Steven for doing certain things to himself that he brought up. He disclosed freely.
Sure.
But you know, if you guys get the chance, 25 cents a day will pay for this man's internet. If you guys just donate 25 cents a day.
For the price of a stamp.
The price of a stamp, Garcia's internet can be better.
Could be.
And he's back.
It could be.
All right. So, Garcia, if you didn't hear, the only person that didn't pick the Packers was Steven because he said that the Lions were going to go into Lambeau and embarrass Aaron Rodgers. So
I do recall that.
I was wrong.
All right. So, Steven.
All right. So, here we go. We're going to start from the bottom. Garcia, it was a bad week, man.
Absolutely. Even I know that.
Garcia's record last week was 8-8.
Ooh, even.
Garcia's
So that brings his
total record is 18-14.
Oh, that is ugly.
Diver and I tied at 11-5, so we're both sitting at 21-11. And as of the end of week 2, Tyler is in first place. He was 12-4 last week. He is now overall 22-10.
Damn.
You're gonna send me those so I can send it to Diver.
All right, I'll make sure I send it to you. But after 2 weeks, Tyler's in the lead by a full game over me and Diver, and Garcia's limping behind.
Limping behind. I love it. Limping behind. All right.
So it's going to depend on this week to see if Garcia can make a little comeback here.
Right. Yeah. So what we did last week was do the fantasy matchup 2 where we picked a team and we saw who could do it. Now we were going off of we're going off of what our league is. Our league is the scoring's a little different. As commissioner, I adjusted some of the points to have higher scoring and all this and that. So Steven, do you want to read our choices or do you want to go through how do you want
to we can read our choices, their individual points, and then we'll go total points.
Okay.
So, just as a refresher, our lineup last week was Matt Stafford as our quarterback. We had Joe Mixon and Christian McCaffrey as our running backs. Tim Patrick and DeAndre Hopkins as our wide receivers. Travis Kelce as our tight end. Elijah Mitchell as our flex. The Bucks defense as our defense and special teams. And Matt Gay as the kicker. So, Matt Stafford got us 34.5 points. Joe Mixon got us 16.5. C-Mac got us 33.5. Tim Patrick got 10.5. DeAndre Hopkins got 13. Travis Kelce got 26. Elijah Mitchell got 14. The Buccaneers defense got 21. And Matt Gay got 9. So we had a total of 178 total points.
And so how we decided if we win that or not, we have 10 people in our league. And out of that, we would only have beaten 3, so I take that as a loss for that week.
I'd say we have to beat more than half of the people in our league.
Yeah.
Did not.
Right. Unfortunately, we did not.
Yep.
So that makes us sad. Now, all three of us, if you guys heard, we're in a league together. Garcia had himself a day. Wasn't the highest scoring, but he did have himself a day. He had Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry got him 71 points.
71.
Jesus.
And of course, Garcia and Steven played each other.
Week 1, I played Gabe last week.
You played Gabe last week, and Gabe gave you the dick. And then
Yes.
Garcia, who did you play?
This week?
Yeah.
Last week? Shit. Who's Shannon? Our
Oh, Gabe's cousin.
Yeah.
And you whooped up on him.
He's 0-2,
I played.
so I'm not worried about it.
Yep, I played my father-in-law. Whooped up on him. He was hoping Aaron Rodgers would break his leg in the first play of the game, and he didn't. And Rodgers got me enough points, way more than enough points to beat him. So I think 2 out of 3 of us had good days, and if you count Diver also had a good day too. He whooped up on Corey, and so
I had a good day. I just got my ass kicked.
yeah. So we talked about that he would have Steven scored a good amount of points that he would have beat. What do we say? 5 of us?
I would have
4 of us?
beat.
5 of us?
I'd have beat 5 of the other people
Yeah.
in the league, except I just
Yeah.
got
Played the
my
wrong team.
dick
Yep.
handed to me.
It always happens.
Yeah.
And so now me and Steven play each other this week.
Oh, I'm not looking
And,
forward to it.
Next, Garcia, who do you have this week?
I have Diver.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's gonna be a good matchup. That's gonna be a really good matchup.
that will be.
I hope Derrick Henry goes off again just to piss him off.
Just to make him mad.
Oh, you won't hear the end of it.
Oh,
No.
I hope I don't, because I'll talk the shit too. But me and Garcia are 2-0. Steven, you are 0-2,
I am.
and Diver is 1-1. So that all works out. Me and Garcia are in the lead. We're in the same division, which really sucks because he's outscoring me, and that means that he'll have 2 seed, and I'll have the 3 seed as of right now. But that's only 2 games in, so anything can happen. Anything else before we end this first segment?
I don't know. Do you want to do 4 downs after the break?
We could do definitely. Yep, we could do all that new stuff after. Yeah.
Okay. Well, nothing really. Not unless you want to do the little promotion before we take our break.
I don't know what to say, so you say it.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, if you do ever feel like supporting us more than just listening, we are always open to any kind of financial assistance. We do have our Streamlabs donation page. However, through the company that we do our podcast, which is Anchor, we also do have a donation link on our Anchor page. If you go to anchor.fm/mostestokayest, just like the podcast is spelled, it'll take you to our homepage. On that homepage, there is the option to record voice messages, which we will play over the podcast if you do decide to go ahead and send us a voice message. So if you want to interact with the podcast, there's a way you can do that. We also do have the listener assistance, which is just fancy way of saying it's a donation link. So that way, if you guys want to help financially support the stream, if you want to help financially support the podcast, that's a way you can assist us if you so choose. It's not anything that you're required to do. You're not obligated to do it. We're just letting you know it's available. So if you ever do assist us, though, we do have some merch in the works going on right now. So you guys assist us, you'll be the first to know. It'll be you guys first in line for that kind of stuff when that happens. But that's all I wanted to say. That's all we needed to say before the break. So unless you guys have anything else to say, I think we can take a break.
Oh, we're good.
Let's go.
All right. We'll talk to you guys in just a minute. We'll be right back.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Mostest Okayest podcast. Yes, sir. I'm your host again. Nice to see everybody back. So we're going into the second section or second segment. God, I can't talk. Second segment. Wow, why am I cutting out?
You're fine.
Oh, am I? It's not. It's not popping up on this thing.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So we're in our second segment of our podcast. So you guys know how this works tonight. Now we're gonna go over the games, make our predictions, and then we'll go on to our new couple segments that we have where we pick our fantasy team and also the called 4 downs. This week is Steven's take, so we'll go on with that, and then we're gonna do a couple updates from Mr. Adam Schefter himself, and then we're not. I wish he was here.
I wish we could get Adam Schefter on here, but we're gonna talk about some
We'll
tweets
just
he
take
put
his
out
tweets,
today.
and then we'll probably see how much time we have left because it's almost dinner time for me, boys. I like my dinner, and then we'll just go on from there. So, week 3, I see a lot of interesting games that's going to be very hard to choose from.
Guys, I have the schedule up on stream now.
Way to go, sir! You're so good at this. So, we'll start off. We'll start off going through the games, and then we'll just do our picks, and then we'll go from there. So we'll start off with tomorrow's game, Panthers at Texans. Now, Steven, I'll ask Diver to have his inputs here shortly. But we can make our picks. Make sure either record or you'll just re-listen to them, right?
I'm recording them right now. I got it.
Okay, cool. So Panthers at Texans. What do y'all got?
I got Panthers.
Panthers.
Yep. Oh, look at Garcia going against his team.
I have to.
He's like, I'm not losing again.
I have to rebound. I have to rebound with that damn record.
Again. That's funny. Okay.
All right, then starting the Sunday slate, Chargers at Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs because I think the Chiefs are pissed and they're gonna rip the Chargers apart. So I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs. We're all going Chiefs.
Yep.
All right.
Cardinals at Jags.
Cardinals at Jags.
Is that even a choice?
Not even a
Yeah, that's not even a. Yeah, I think we're all for that.
Yep. Now this next game's gonna be interesting. It's Bears at Browns. That one's tough because
I honestly, yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Is Baker gonna play? Baker's playing, right?
Baker is playing. Do you think that Justin Fields can come in and win against?
That'd be tough. That's a tough one. I would have to go Browns on that one. In all reality, I'm going Browns. It's just hard to say that Fields comes in against. I know I said stuff about the Browns defense, but I can't see the Bears defense stopping Nick Chubb, and I have to go Browns on that one.
Yeah, I'm going Browns too.
I'm gonna go Bears.
All right.
I'm gonna go Bears.
See what happens.
Washington at Buffalo. Buffalo.
Watch Buffalo come out and lose.
Right.
I mean, I'm still picking Buffalo, but I mean, watch them come out and lose this game.
Colts at Titans. I'm taking the Titans on that one. I think Derrick Henry has himself another game. And I think that offense is starting to click. So yeah, I'm going Titans on that one.
Yeah. Titans.
Especially if Carson Wentz is out. Oh yeah, I'm going Titans.
Now
I'm going Titans as well.
Okay.
These two next games are super interesting because the teams, they're not super good, so it's really hard to choose. Saints at Patriots.
I'm still gonna go Patriots.
It sucks because you don't know what Jameis Winston comes out, but I think it's Patriots. I really think it's Patriots.
Yep, I'm going Patriots.
Watch the Saints come out and whoop their ass.
I'd be pissed.
Now this next one's tough. And oh god, Falcons at Giants.
Giants. One of two scenarios happens. Either Daniel Jones loses this game. I think his career is over.
I mean, his career's not.
I mean,
you say that anybody loses one game, their career's over. I don't think Daniel Jones goes and loses a game, one game, his career's over.
I think he's done in New York. I think they've had enough of him.
No, they haven't. I don't think so. Him. It's not him.
No,
he's not a bad player. He's not.
He's turnover prone.
That defense is trash.
Yeah,
you can't tell me that the Giants just
put
lose
him on
every
a different
time
team
because of Daniel Jones.
Put him on a different team like Tennessee. He's gonna fucking kill it. Just saying.
I don't know.
He's just in the same predicament as what's his name was? Zach Wilson was, or not Zach Wilson? Sam Darnold.
I think Matt. Oh, yeah. However, I think Matt Ryan has more to lose. If Matt Ryan loses this game, I mean that's just a joke. Yeah. I mean that if he comes out and plays shitty, I would not want to be an Atlanta fan.
I mean, how can you say he's turnover prone when he's thrown 0 interceptions this year?
He's also fumbled the ball 3 times.
but that's usually what he does. Everybody's kind of used to that.
Okay, it shouldn't be something that you're used to.
You put him on a different team where he doesn't. You put him on a different team, he's fine.
I mean, I'm saying, not gonna be a Giant for much longer if he keeps losing games.
Well, when you have the whole Giants team behind him, I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, okay.
You have the receivers telling him how good, they're clicking. They see a lot of good things happening with him. Sterling Shepard came out and said that he's great. So I mean, it's hard to say as a Giants, front office to say, oh, we get rid of our play caller now.
Well,
Nah.
I'm picking Atlanta.
I'm taking New York.
I'm going New York.
Okay.
No, don't say okay.
No, I'm
like
just
that.
I'm just writing it down. Just said okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Bengals at Steelers. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, this is a weird game.
Ooh.
Here's a stat for you guys. Cincinnati is a 1-15 on the road since 2019. The lowest
Dang.
win percentage in the NFL.
Especially
That's tough.
especially in Heinz Field. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh too.
I think they bounce back and they go after
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Going Pitt. Ravens at Lions. Ravens.
Yes, Ravens.
Yeah. Wait for a second, but yeah, that's the.
You cannot say Detroit. If you said Detroit, I'd tell you I'd kick you off this damn podcast.
I mean, they're playing in Detroit
Yeah.
with a better quarterback than they've. Well, I don't want to say better quarterback. Stafford's a better quarterback than Goff, but
But the Ravens are better.
yeah, that's true.
Jets at Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
Dolphins at Raiders. Taking the Raiders.
Raiders.
I think the Raiders go at 3-0, and I think Denver goes 3-0. Bucks at the Rams. That's gonna be a good game.
Game of the week.
Was that the Sunday night game or no? It's
No.
not.
Nope.
No.
Bucks at the Rams. I think because the Rams are at home, they win this game.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
I think
Ooh.
it's going to be a shootout. I still think, I think the Bucks will still put up points, but I think home field advantage will be where they win this game.
That's a tough one. I don't know.
Can't go against the GOAT though.
It'll
I
definitely
can't.
be a one-score game, but I still think
I'm gonna take Bucks on that one.
okay.
Same.
Alrighty, got scores. I got picks marked down for that.
Seahawks at Vikings.
I mean, the Vikings have been doing a pretty good job. They just playing close games.
I'm taking Seahawks.
They at Vikings?
Yeah.
I'm still going Seahawks too.
Same. Seahawks.
Packers at 49ers.
They're playing in San Francisco.
San Fran.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going 49ers.
Same. 49ers.
And then last but not least, the Eagles at the Cowboys.
Cowboys are gonna win that game.
I'm going to take the Eagles.
Whoa.
I think
Okay.
Hurts plays really well. No, hold on. I'm thinking now because the Eagles' offense is better than the Cowboys' defense, but that offense of actually no, I'm switching that. I'm gonna switch to Cowboys just because I'm thinking now that offense of the Cowboys is way better than the Eagles' defense. The Eagles' offense is just better than the Cowboys' defense. So yeah, I'm taking Cowboys on that one. I'll switch mine up and go Cowboys.
Okay. What about you guys?
Cowboys. Cowboys.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well,
Jesus,
Steven,
don't
if
die
you
on
guys
me.
want to, if you guys want to continue doing this, I have to go eat, but I will be adding my input on the Twitch, so I'll be listening. But I cannot piss off a pregnant lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll
Who's
die.
about
You'll die.
about a month away from delivery. So she's hungry. I'm hungry. So I will be staying in the Discord, but like I said, I will be adding my input.
On
So everybody,
Twitch.
yeah, on Twitch. So everybody, if I don't get back before the podcast is over, hope everyone has a great week. Enjoy football. Steven, you got it.
Okay, well, we're gonna try to pick people for our group fantasy.
Yep, and I'll add
and just add
I'll
input
listen and I'll add my
Twitch.
input.
Let's see.
All right,
All right.
talk to y'all in a bit.
So we're gonna go with 4 downs first, and then we're gonna do the group fantasy, and then I don't know, Garcia, if you want to talk about the Marvel stuff. I don't know if you've heard or if you've seen like the Venom stuff they've been posting the last couple days.
Nah, probably not. Probably not.
I mean, if you don't want to talk about that, that's cool. And then we'll just finish up after that. So, all right. So, in case you missed last week, in case you're new to this, this is a segment called 4 Downs. The first 3 are facts and they're things that have happened, and then the 4th down is just a completely out there, something that could happen, but more than likely not, or it's possible, and you're just coming up with, that long shot theory, and you want to be the first one to say it. So, first down, though, we're going to talk about the quarterback injuries. There were a lot on Sunday for starting quarterbacks. It doesn't really ever happen all that much to see 5 different quarterbacks get hurt, 5 different starting quarterbacks get hurt. Let's see, we have Tua, who was hurt. Came out that he has fractured ribs. He's going to miss a significant amount of time, which sucks for me because he's on my fantasy team. Then we have Andy Dalton, who has something classified as a bone bruise. Justin Fields has already been named the starter for this Sunday's game against the Browns. And it's gonna be a weird game. You have anything to say on either of those injuries, Garcia?
No. you hit it right there, man.
Tyrod Taylor is out with a hamstring injury. That's just what it's listed as. Davis Mills is going to be getting his first start. And they are playing. Who are they playing?
Carolina.
That's tomorrow night. Yeah. Oh, I hope the kid does well. I hope he doesn't come out and just suck it up, because I mean, there is a huge chance that he might be your future.
Yeah, it is likely. I mean, the game's in Houston, so he might be a little bit fired up anyways, but I want to see this guy throw the ball and see how it works out against this defense, though.
Let's see. Baker got hurt on that pick. It was just classified as a shoulder injury, and he's not expected to miss any time. So, I mean, as long as he's not expected to miss any time, that'll be fine. And then this is from Colts.com. This is actually something that came out on Monday. Carson Wentz, as we talked about earlier, classified with a sprained ankle. So that is the opposite ankle of the ankle he had surgery on. That means both of his ankles are kind of jacked up. And Frank Reich was quoted during media availability on Monday saying that if he can play, he'll play. So, as of right now, 7:45 Mountain Time on Wednesday, he's still listed as questionable. we don't know if Jacoby Brissett's going to be playing that game or not. So, but I mean, 5 quarterbacks, man, 5 starting quarterbacks. Is that concern, do you think, by the league? I mean, because for a lot of teams, I mean, that's the person that a lot of people, go to watch. I
guess that's the new trend, I mean, you better have a good backup quarterback. You better not be a rookie,
just in case.
Yeah, just in case, and you better give him first team reps too.
Yeah,
you gotta plan now more than anything.
And I guess that leads into our second down. Speaking of rookies, second down is talking about rookie quarterbacks from last week. Justin Fields did see some time. He went 6 for 13 with 60 yards and a pick. Next game up is Browns, and I mean, with Andy Dalton out, who knows how long it's going to be. This could be Justin Fields' chance to prove that he deserves that number 1 spot, but it could also be a chance for him to show that he's not ready. If he comes out and just gets decimated, it could be a setback. It could be one of those instances where, you know, he goes out, plays terribly, and then they're like, yeah, kid, you're going to sit the rest of the season.
I agree. This is the game for him to let loose, let it go. I mean, he has no other choice but to do it. But if he does well, there's no way Andy Dalton is starting.
Yeah, if he comes out,
he struggles.
Yeah,
Dalton's coming back.
If he comes out and he wins, Andy Dalton is the backup the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, even if he's healthy, he's not going to start another game. So, Zach Wilson, 19 for 33, 210 yards and 4 picks. So, I mean, the completion percentage isn't bad. He threw for 200 plus yards. The downside is those interceptions and no touchdowns. So, I mean, I said last week that I thought he was going to have what it takes to beat the Patriots, and I still think, you know, he's not a terrible quarterback, but he's got to get the picks under control. And I mean, hopefully it's not this week. They play the Broncos. I hope he throws another 4 interceptions. That would be fantastic. And you could get back on the wagon next week, you know, but
yeah.
But this week, I want him. I never want to see bad play by a team. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm watching football because I want to be entertained by it, and watching a kid just like flounder out there is so depressing to watch. You're like, this isn't even fun anymore. Like, this is just boring. Because at this point, you're like, come on, man, stop throwing the ball. just run it. Just let the game end or something. just run out the clock.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he's going to play. We'll see. The next 2 weeks, I mean, who is their backup?
Oh, jeez, their backup. Flacco. Joe Flacco.
I thought he was with the Eagles.
Isn't he? Or no?
Yeah.
Let me take a look. I have to take a look now. Yeah.
I'm looking, because I'm curious.
Is Flacco with the Eagles? That's such a weird thing.
Mike White? Who the fuck is that?
I don't even know, dude.
And they have Josh Johnson, the good old veteran. Oh, wait, no, they released him. Shit. So they have Mike White.
So Flacco is the backup in Philadelphia. Oh.
Yes, he is.
So I mean, the Jets are screwed. If the kid plays terrible, I mean,
trade for Nick Foles. I don't know.
Yeah, you could always do that. Oh man, that's so bad. I feel bad for the Jets.
That sucks, but
Mac Jones probably had the best day out of all the rookies last week. 23 for 30, 186 yards, no picks, but no touchdowns. They play the Saints this week. And, I mean, who knows what happens in this game? I don't want to be that guy. Tyler just called me out for it. You just called me out for it. But, like, if the Saints are struggling, do you see a situation where they go, sit down, Jameis, we're going to put in Taysom? Like,
no,
you don't see that at all?
I think it's too early.
You think it's too early? Okay.
Yeah. Let him settle down. Because I mean, he showed it the first game. Sure, his defense hooked him up.
I mean, yeah, his defense definitely hooked him up. So,
but I'm curious to see more of him though.
Yeah.
I give it mid-season. If they're in the playoff hunt and he's struggling, they might bench him. But it's hard to say right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, this game for Mac Jones, no, not Jameis. Okay, yes, even Tyler's in the chat. He's just like, shut up, no, you idiot. They're not gonna bench Jameis.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying bench. I'm saying, will we see more Taysom? Like, will he come out and will they run more? You know.
Oh yeah.
Run more of those.
I think they'll run more plays with him. Absolutely, they need to score. But I don't see him being benched for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to get benched. I'm saying that, they'll run more sets with Taysom Hill than they will with Jameis if he struggles.
In the red zone?
Anywhere. if Jameis isn't producing, you got to find your offense somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, he was a big part of the offense last year, so why fucking change it?
Trevor Lawrence, I mean, I'm happy he played terribly. He went 14 for 33, 118 yards. He had a touchdown, but he threw 2 picks. Is that terrible? I mean,
it's not. Also a rookie quarterback.
He's also a rookie quarterback. It's it's acceptable, I guess, for a rookie quarterback. But I mean, it's good for me. I mean, Broncos won. We got 2 picks. It was good to watch for me.
I just don't think he fits well with Urban Meyer in that offense.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. Something
No.
seems off. It's just like he's uncomfortable. Sure, the game is fast as hell with him, but I think with a veteran coach, I think he can go off next year. Obviously, rookie quarterback, no shit, but with a different head coach, different offensive system, I could see him go off.
Okay. But yeah, they play the Cardinals, so they're going to be going up against Kyler and that defense. And I mean, what's his name? Their defensive lineman.
Talking about for the Cards?
Yeah, for the Cardinals.
You got J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones?
Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is leading the league in sacks. And, I mean, I'm seeing a situation where Trevor Lawrence is on the ground, for a good portion of that game. So, I don't think this is going to be the week where he recovers at all. I think this is going to be another rough week. But, maybe it pays off in the long run. Maybe this is his horrible introduction to the league, and maybe he has a bad first month, and then he picks up afterwards. But, I don't think he's going to have a fun time playing against the Cardinals defense.
Not at all.
And then final guy, your guy, Davis Mills. He went 8 for 18, 102 yards, a touchdown and a pick. That's not too bad in, a half a play? Did he play a half?
Yeah, he played the whole second half.
So, I mean, it's not a bad completion percentage. He threw for 100 yards, threw for a touchdown. I mean, a pick, that's acceptable, But they play the Panthers. And there is a chance that they come out and do something. I mean, they still have, it's not like Tyrod Taylor was playing without any weapons and he was just shocking the world with nobody. He could still come out and they could still hand the ball to Lindsey a lot. They could take the pressure off of his shoulders and tell him to go out there and be a game manager, and they might beat the Panthers. You never know. I don't think they will.
Come down.
But,
no, I don't think so either.
But I mean, there's a chance. So
I'm hoping that they do, just to even that record. But with Davis Mills, though, it's going to be interesting to see how this offense operates. Obviously, they're going to run the ball through Mark Ingram and Phillip Lindsay back to back. But to see him throw the ball, I'm curious. Just fucking let it go.
yeah.
You have nothing to lose without Tyrod Taylor. You got nothing to lose. Just fucking go.
Just give him a chance. Let him go out there.
Learn.
Yep. So, speaking on those games, how we did go over that Trevor Lawrence was going to be bullied by the Cardinals. Third down, we're going to talk about some records here.
Okay.
The Cardinals are 2-0. They're first in the NFC West. The Seahawks are the basement dwellers. They're 1-1. 2 weeks in, nothing horrific yet. I mean, the Seahawks could go from the basement to first place if they win a game and the Cardinals lose. But the Cardinals aren't going to lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, so that's not happening.
No, it's not.
At the end of this week, the Cardinals are going to be 3-0. They're going to be leading the NFC West. Seahawks, who do they play? What did we say they played this week? They play the Vikings. They're probably going to win that game. They'll be 2-1. There's nothing to panic about. It's still early in the season. However, in the NFC South, if you would have held a gun to my head and you would have told me to accept that the Panthers were going to be tied for first place with the Buccaneers, I'd have told you were a liar and told you to shoot. Because there would have been no way in my mind had I thought that was going to happen. We already discussed the Falcons. Poor start. They're 0-2. I mean, I don't see any outcome where they're not in the basement this season.
Top 5 pick next year.
Yeah, I mean, top 5. I might even say top 3. Like they might as well just go for it. Just I don't know what their situation's gonna be, but they do play the Giants this week. Guys are already on me about it, so
Daniel Jones, man, he's improving though. That Giants team, I mean, sure they're not the greatest team, but against Atlanta, they're gonna put up. I'm gonna say they're gonna put up 30 points this game.
Okay, 30 points. That's
30 points.
That's a
my
quote.
call.
Quote it. They're gonna put up 30 points against the Falcons.
Write it down.
Here's another little statistic. The NFC East has a better combined record than the NFC North. I never thought I'd say that ever in my life. Even in week 2, I never thought I would ever say that. The NFC East is 3-5. The NFC North is 2-6.
God dang.
That's
I
just
see it now.
so bizarre, dude. I don't think it's gonna stay that way. I mean, obviously, because the NFC East is gonna start playing some heavy duty opponents here real soon, and maybe they hold their own, maybe they don't. But yeah, just something small, week 2. You know, one of those unique things that you probably won't see again at the end of the season. So
no, not at all.
The Texans and Titans are tied for first place in the AFC South. All AFC North teams are 1-1. The Broncos and the Raiders tied for first in the AFC West, with the Chargers and the Chiefs being 1-1. So that's interesting.
That is surprising.
I don't know exactly when the last time the Chiefs weren't first in the AFC West. I tried to go back and I looked it up. Couldn't find a source for it, so I had to do my own research on it. The last time that the Chiefs were not in sole possession of the AFC West, I only got up to mid-2017, but the entirety of 2017 they were in first place. In 2016, though, they didn't take sole possession of first place until week 17. They were in a fight with Oakland for first place all the way to the end of the season. They didn't take first place until the Broncos defeated Oakland week 17, and then they beat the Chargers when they were still in San Diego. So that's all I have for third down. Just records. All record based. Finally, fourth down. This is the long shot. This is the wild, crazy thing. Mike Zimmer's not going to be a head coach after week 5. The Vikings, the Vikings head coach is going to get fired after week 5.
What?
And here's why.
Okay.
Mike Zimmer is on the hot seat already because, you know, since the whole Stephon Diggs thing in the playoffs, they haven't really done anything. He's already on the hot seat. He's going to lose his job after week 5 because this week they play Seattle. They're going to get decimated. Then they play Cleveland next week. They're not going to win that game. The final straw is going to be Detroit in week 5. They're going to lose that game. And the front office is going to be like, get the hell out. Just leave. We don't want you here.
This is a pretty brutal schedule, though, too. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, holy crap.
It is
I
pretty.
can see your point.
It is
I can
pretty
see your
brutal.
point.
They're gonna have an interim coach by week 6. I don't know who it's gonna be. I have no clue.
But here, I mean, they lost both games by 3 points, though.
They
week
did.
1, week 2.
But
I mean, these are close games.
But
don't get me wrong.
But if they're 0-5, I mean,
yeah.
Statistically, how many 0-5 teams make the playoffs?
Yeah, none.
The front office is gonna see that and go, another year without playoffs. Somebody go fire Mike Zimmer.
Freaking shame too, because they have a good offense.
They do have a good team, and that's going to be the thing that I think is going to irritate the front office. They're going to be like, we need a change up. Somebody's got to come in and lead that team better.
That's
so
unfortunate. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
I mean, like I said, it's a hot take. It's the stretch.
Okay.
But
yeah,
Mike Zimmer's not going to have a job after week 5. And I mean, if I'm right,
I can respect that. Yeah,
I'm gonna be happy about that. I predicted something correct. So, all right. Getting on to the last thing here. I think we're gonna wait for the Hall of Fame nominees for Tyler next week.
Okay.
But last thing here. There were a few small updates by Adam Schefter today. Stuff he just tweeted out. This is stuff that he tweeted out. You know, all credit to him. He's the one who reported on this stuff.
FD!
We just wanted to let you guys know in case you hadn't heard. Jamie Collins, ex-Pats linebacker, current Lions linebacker. He's part of trade discussions. Something I didn't expect. if he gets traded, where do you think he goes? Where do you think Jamie Collins would be a good fit?
Well, I don't know who needs linebackers.
Neither do I. I was like,
I'm like, that's
who's
tough.
suffering?
I could see him go back to New England.
He could, but I mean, wasn't the whole thing because he pissed off Bill Belichick? I mean, isn't that
Well,
why
he always bounced back and forth though, because he was just with New England last year.
Was he really?
I could have sworn he was.
But I mean, isn't the reason why he went to the Lions because he did something or he argued with Bill Belichick? He's like, get the fuck out. Isn't that what the whole thing was?
Do that shit. Yeah, he was just with. Okay, he was with New England in 2019. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was also something that was retweeted by Adam Schefter. Originally posted by Rick Goslin, at Rick Goslin9 on Twitter. He brought up this issue that I think isn't being talked about enough. There have been 435 penalties in 2 weeks throughout the entire NFL. 435 penalties. That's way too much.
Let the guys play.
Play.
Like even the taunting penalties. Have you seen that shit?
Oh,
I saw one player spin the fucking ball towards the sideline. I'm like, they do that all the time.
Yeah, they're
really
15
yards for that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Tyler would defend me or not if he was here, but that first penalty against Fuller, on Sunday for the Broncos game, he was like, he was just standing his ground, right? And it's not like he checked into the receiver or anything. He planted his feet and stood there like he was taking like a what do you call it in basketball? Taking a charge. And I mean, he was planted, right? And the receiver hit him, and he got called with, I don't even remember what he got called with. It was something that I've literally never heard before. It wasn't PI. It was like wide receiver interference or something. I was like, what in the hell kind of call is that?
Yeah.
No. And I mean, I could understand if he was moving or if he pushed the receiver, but like the receiver ran into him and they got, I think it was a spot foul, so they got like friggin' 20 yards, and I was like, okay. And I mean, of course, that's the drive where Lawrence threw his touchdown. That was the first drive, and I mean, we were discussing it in our group chat. And I was just like, that's complete bullshit. I was like, they shouldn't even have had the opportunity to score on that drive. But anyway, Rick Goslin broke it down. In week 1, there was 214 penalties. In week 2, there were 221 penalties. And he also went on to state that there was no single week in the 2020 season where they had over 200 penalties. And for the first 2 this season, it's well over 200. So I saw that and I was like, oh, that's an interesting stat. We should probably talk about it. And I was like...
That is. I'm like, what do you attribute that to, though?
I don't know. I don't know. And I mean... I feel like some of it has to be the taunting, because like it's so new and some people are just, getting called with it. But I mean, after seeing that penalty against Fuller Sunday, I was like, okay, this is dumb. I was like, this is a terrible penalty. And then there was a play later in the game where Cortland Sutton had a step on his guy and he was getting tugged, and they didn't call that, and I was like, oh, well, I guess it's just one way.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, there's 16 games, right, for the first 2 weeks. I mean, you average that out, you're talking over 10 penalties a game. That's got to slow down game time by so much. Something else that was posted today, Adam Schefter, Antonio Brown was placed on the IR COVID list. He tested positive. The positive test result came back later in the day. It also came along with the team stating that he probably will not be playing this week.
Yep.
Antonio Brown's been a pretty big target of Tom Brady so far this season, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, there's a very minimal chance that he plays this week, because he can only play if he tests negative 2 days in a row. So it's Wednesday. He's got to test negative.
Yeah.
2 days in a row, and I don't know if he does before Sunday.
Nope.
We're placing Bradley Chubb on the IR, so that sucks. I mean, we literally had one game with him and Vaughn together, and now he's back on the IR.
What was the injury for?
It was for his ankle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Jacoby Brissett plays for the Dolphins, not the Colts.
That's
So,
correct. He's starting this week.
He's starting, yes. Yeah, they diagnosed Tua with fractured ribs. He's out. He's out for the foreseeable future. I think Ian Rappaport said that, and that's something that Adam Schefter also tweeted about, was that he's out for the foreseeable future. Jacoby Brissett is QB1.
Yep.
So there goes my third quarterback. I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because now I have Goff and Brady. I mean, Brady's always going to be a great option, but
always.
Goff hasn't been too bad either, but
no, he's put up his points though.
They're both gonna have
as they should.
They're both gonna have a bye week eventually, and I'm gonna need another quarterback. So, I think that's it though. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else. Like I said, we could talk about the Hall of Fame nominations next week when Tyler comes back.
Agreed.
I don't know. We don't have to go into the whole discussion about it. We'll go into the discussion next week. We'll let people put their input in and whatever they have to say, now. But I don't know if you saw it. I guess the official Sony account tweeted out a couple small clips about Venom, along with the captioning that the universe is expanding. Some people also got to see Venom too early, like in a private fan showing.
Private screening?
Yeah, and they were allowed to post about what the post-credit scene was. They weren't allowed to film it or anything, but apparently it's leaked already. I don't know what the leak is. I don't care. I don't want to know. But I mean, for them to be tweeting out about how the universe is expanding, and then people are freaking out on Twitter about how this is one of the coolest freaking post-credit scenes they've ever seen. Do you think we get Spider-Man?
Yes, I do.
I mean, because if I go watch Venom and I see Spider-Man in the post-credit scene, I might cry.
I do.
Because
I think
Sony's
catching on now, man. I think they know what's worth money. It's all Spider-Man, and
I mean, I'm always worried about the Marvel Disney, or about the Disney Sony deal falling through. Yeah. Because I mean, it would suck to lose that connection. But I mean, if there was a time for them to branch off and leave, I mean, now's the time, because the multiverse could explain that away. Oh, Spider-Man's not here anymore.
Yep.
Or
that could be the end with this movie.
Yeah. Or if they want to throw their hat in and just do all this other stuff, they could just go, "Hey, guess what? We're giving the rights to Disney for $10 billion."
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, it's a multiverse.
Yeah.
So that's the way to go forward now.
But I just wanted to bring that up. I mean, you guys let us know what you guys think. Don't spoil anything.
Hurry
please.
Up, fucking December. Let's go.
But Venom comes out October 1st. It comes out literally a week from now. So
tickets are already on sale too.
Tickets are already on sale. I'm excited. I know I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet, and you guys are waiting on me. I'm gonna go see that this weekend.
Come on, man. You gotta catch up.
I'm seeing it this weekend. I'm catching up.
By the time you watch it, it's gonna be streaming on Disney.
And then I'm not missing Venom. You
gotta.
Because I mean, personal favorite superhero Spider-Man. I love all the related stuff, and I mean, when I heard that they were gonna bring Cletus Cassidy in, and he was part of the post credits for the first movie, I was like, "We're getting Carnage." I was like, "We're getting Carnage, man! That's all that matters." Yeah. I was like, "I'm so excited for this." It's
gonna be epic.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Please don't spoil anything if you've already seen it. We don't care. We don't want to know. We want to go into this movie as blind as possible because we all love Marvel stuff. So. But I think that's it. We talked about the NFL, got that little Marvel update, and I think Tyler's eating with his wife, so it's just me and you.
He still has his balls, so
he still does. Yeah, she didn't neuter him because he showed up late.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, I think that's gonna do it. It was a little rough here at the end. We didn't expect Tyler to leave, and it's whatever. I mean, I'm not the primary host here. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's still fun, man. It's still fun.
It's still
I love
good.
it.
Anything else you want to say, Garcia, before we go?
No, man, I'm good. Wrap this shit up.
All right. Well, we do want to go ahead and let you guys know we do have a new logo. It's probably primarily going to be what our merch is based off of. We're thinking of doing some coffee cups, some notebooks, some just small stuff that you guys would use anyway. So if you guys are interested, let us know, so we can kind of get an idea as to, you know, how many we need to do in this little first wave. We also want to go ahead and let you guys know that you can always interact with us on our social medias, Instagram and Twitter. We also do have that ability to record a voice message that we can also go ahead and listen to and play here on the podcast over on our Anchor dashboard, which is anchor.fm/mostokayest. The audio-only version will be available tomorrow morning. If you're listening to the audio-only version on Thursday, hi, how are you? I hope you enjoyed the show. But I think that's it. Nothing else to say. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, and we will talk to you next week. Later.